Welcome to day 8. Today is Monday, February 16th. Today is going to be leg day. Day 8 of what I've been calling the grand experiment. We want to see how much weight I can lose by September 1st, my birthday. So without further ado, I'm going to hop into it. We're going to be doing legs, like I said. Same structure, 1-1-1, 1 minute of work, 1 minute of light cardio, 1 minute of rest/stretch. Or for you, if it's your first time or you're not super fit, you can do 1 minute of work and then 2 minutes of rest. We'll do that 7 times, but we will have 2 rounds of warm up because my legs are kind of cool today. I'm going to start my music. Timer's already going. Right. And we're just going to keep it light. We're not going to do anything too crazy. It's going to keep the heart rate up. This is going to hurt. I know I say that for every workout, but this is going to hurt. Today we're going to be trying 20 seconds. We're going to be trying some isometric movements mixed up with just some regular squats. The isometrics are going to be there to like fatigue the muscle. And then the squats are just going to be there too. I'll use those to kind of finish us off. So let's begin. We'll just do regular squats. I've got my mat on the floor. So slow. Come up. You want to warm those legs up. I'm actually doing sort of like a wide sumo squat almost, because I want to open up my groin. This is our first warm-up round, so just take your time. If your legs happen to be tight, I like to do a little bit of a shift from side to side. That works on ankle mobility as well. Okay, we've got 20 seconds left. If you want to bring your legs in, and sit down on that a little bit. Push the hips back. On the booty. All right. Rest. All right. Oh, didn't start the watch. All right. So you can move around a little bit if you want to warm up some more. Listening to my usual mix, Liquicity Yearmix 2020. That one's on high rotation in this house. You're going to be hearing something different, obviously. Right, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Just going to do some more squats to warm those legs up a little bit more. So I cheated. I actually did a couple squats throughout the day earlier this morning while I was at work, because I was feeling super cold. Don't tell no one though. All right. Just light movement. Still a warm up, 109. Nothing crazy yet. Almost like we just went up. So we're no longer in warm up. This is easy. We're in easy zone. Zone 1. No, zone 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, zone 2. All right, we got like 20 seconds left. And we're going to go back into our squat. Remember, the point of this is just movement. We're not trying to injure ourselves, especially if you're brand new to this or it's been a while. You just want to get moving. 5 seconds and we're going to go back to, let's do lunges, forward lunge, single leg, switch to the next side. I'm actually letting my knee go all the way down to the floor. And I'm just not trying to work too hard. I'm just trying to activate that muscle. Send that message, hey, I need these muscles. Don't feed on them. Don't eat them. Stupid screen. Yeah, don't eat my muscles. I need these. All right, 20 seconds left. You can slow down if you want, because this is gonna burn once the real workout starts. All right, this is our last warm-up round. Starting next round. All right, rest. I'm just gonna do some light movement. So over the weekend, I learned something about myself. Should I say I learned something? Yes, came to a realization. And those of you who are following along with me, some of you might have this issue as well. You think that eating a certain number of calories, small amount, is like good. So you think less means more discipline, where that's not necessarily true. I'm 6'1", 217. I require a certain number of calories to exist properly, for my body to function properly. And that number is actually a lot higher than I think, or that I realized. And coming to that realization was probably the most difficult thing for me. But your body is a machine. It's like a car, and I've heard this analogy many times before. Your body's like a car. A car doesn't go anywhere if you don't put any fuel in it, and two, if you put junk in your fuel tank, your car is gonna grind to a halt. If you put, I don't know, soda or tea or something stupid, the car's not gonna work, right? You got to put the right fuel, and you have to put the right kind of fuel. So that's something that hopefully come to that realization down the line, and I'll get back to that in a little bit. So we have 10 seconds left. We're gonna try our first set of wall squats. So you don't know what these look like. Pretty much, I'm gonna start high. You're just kind of leaning up against the wall, using your legs. Now my legs are not parallel to the floor because this is a hard exercise and my legs are not super strong. Ooh. So I'm at a slight angle, but I'm already feeling these. Now the goal here is at least a good 30 seconds or so. Ooh. Oh, okay, that hurts. Also, I need to check my phone. All right, so yeah, that was about 30 seconds. I'm gonna try another 10. All right, we got about 8 seconds left, and then your work period is done. We're gonna go to the cardio phase. All right, 1 minute. All right. Let's do some light cardio. Keep moving. Right, so as I was saying before, in my head, there's this idea that eating less means more discipline, but that's not the truth. Eating less is actually more of a detriment to me, because it's like if your car has a capacity of 10 gallons, right? And 10 gallons can take you 100 miles. You're giving it 7 and expecting it to take you the same 100 miles. It's not going to do that, right? That doesn't make sense from a logical standpoint. So with the human body, it's the same thing. You have to give it based on your height, your activity level, your age, whether you're a male, female, fitness level, certain number of calories. Otherwise, it won't function properly, right? All right, 1 minute. I'm going to sit on my heels and stretch my quads because those are tight. Yeah, so same thing for me. My maintenance calories are probably 2,200 to maybe about 2,500, especially on days where I work out. Because as I said before, my body burns a lot. Like, I'm big, I got a lot of muscle underneath this fat. So I've burned as many as 4,000 calories in a single day, right? If I'm eating 1,700 calories and I'm burning 4,000 calories, that's 2,300 calorie deficit. Like, that's an entire day's worth of meals. That's not sustainable. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be cranky. I was hungry. I was cranky. And you can't keep up that level of activity for any length of time. All right, let's go back into our wall squat. All right. We're going to try to hold this for 30 seconds, right? Nothing crazy. If it starts to hurt, come out of the wall squat. I certainly will. Once I'm done my 30 seconds, I'm just going to try 5 regular squats to see what that feels like. And I guarantee this is going to be such a huge burn by the time I get to the end of the night. I predict at least 3,200 calories. Bet you $5. All right. Could have probably held that for a little bit longer, but all right. So we've got about 10 seconds left. I'll do 2 more. 1, 2. All right, let's rest. I'm already starting to feel that. All right. So we're into our 1 minute of light cardio. Notice I'm not doing anything too crazy, right? I'm not doing jumping jacks. I'm not doing squat thrusts, burpees, because this is not a cardio conditioning workout. And if you remember, those of you who've been following me, I cut cardio conditioning because it was burning way too many calories, way more than was sustainable for me because I was not eating that much. So we're in the first phase of the experiment where my goal is to get my deficit to a healthy and comfortable between 500 and 750 a day. And we decided we were going to do that by basically cutting out all my conditioning days, which there was 2, and replacing my conditioning days with just walking on the treadmill for, 1 hour at 3 miles an hour. So that's 3 miles at a 3% incline. All right. I'm gonna do a hip opening stretch. So until March 5th, that's the plan. Protein between 130 and 150 grams. I've actually been doing really well at hitting that number every day and actually going above, which is ideally what you want. For me, optimal protein intake is about 170, right? I was gonna say I can't afford to eat that much, but the truth, and this is another one of those realizations, is the truth is I don't want to prioritize spending because I have other things that I want to use my money for, right? 3 seconds and we're gonna go into our next set. Yeah, so I want to prioritize spending in other areas, which is why I don't want to allocate extra money to buying groceries, right? The good thing is, again, another one of those realizations that I came to, I can reallocate spending from other unnecessary areas, trim it, and I can put money towards buying more food so that I can hit my calorie goals and hit my protein goals. All right, 30 seconds, I'll do 5 more. All right. Woo! What I love so far, it seems like you don't have to do a whole lot, right, to get in shape. And I hope that this experiment's gonna prove you don't need to do crazy amounts of work to get into shape. Rest. All you need to do, and I hope that I'm gonna be able to prove this, good calorie deficit, good protein, appropriate for your height, and you're gonna lose that weight. All right, so that's the phase where we're locked into that phase until March 5th, next 3 weeks. And then based on the data from that, we're gonna make adjustments. For anyone who might have an issue with the whole making calories, eating too little, a good swap for me, just generally speaking, buy higher calorie foods. So rather than buying that bread that's only got like 60 or 80 calories a slice, buy Ezekiel bread, right? More fiber keeps you fuller, more protein, fewer carbs, more calories, right? You're killing 4 birds with 1 stone with just one swap. All right. You have about 30 seconds until the next squat interval. And I'm just gonna chill. My heart rate come down. Another cool swap that I made recently that helped me to bump up my calorie intake as well as be more satisfied during the day is just buying beef that's got a higher fat content. So, and it's cheaper as well. Rather than buying 93.7, buy 85.15. Let's go down. 85.15 or even 80.20, right? That's cheaper. It saves you money, more fat, so more calories. And also the higher fat content keeps you fuller longer. So you're not cranky. Right, at the end of the day, fat loss is just calories in versus calories out. The body doesn't really care, honestly, where those calories come from a fundamental level. Obviously, as you get more fit, you want to start paying closer attention to the quality of food that you eat. But in the beginning, if you're just starting off, the body literally does not care. Oh, all right. Wow, that was almost 45 seconds. All right. We'll do some squats. Ooh. Legs together, legs out, down. Legs together, legs out, down. All right, cardio break. So this past 7 days, I've actually lost about 1/4 of an inch off my waist. So far, the plan seems to be working. Even though my weight has gone down as low as 215, which is 2.5 pounds less or fewer than my start weight, and it's gone up to as high as 218 point something, which is like 2 pounds higher than my start weight. So I also know that that's just fluctuations in water retention. Friday and Saturday I had chicken wings and fries, so like I know those are high in sodium. So I knew the next day that my weight was going to be up because of water retention. So keep an eye open for things like that. Don't let the numbers on the scale freak you out, because honestly, they don't really mean that much. Whew. All right. I'm going to do a hamstring stretch, single leg. Left leg is out. You can't see me, but you know this. Left leg out, right leg bent over the leg. Stretched out, foot is flexed. Reaching and grabbing your toe. You're gonna feel that in your lower back. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna stay in this until the next strength interval. All right. After this, we have 2 more. Well, 1 more actually. 2 more. My goal is to show, hopefully show that, like I said before, you don't have to do a whole bunch to get in shape, to get fit. You don't have to run for an hour a day. You don't have to work out like a maniac 6 days a week, especially if there's any of you watching who are older. Maybe guys like me in their 40s. We can't move like we used to move when we were in our 20s and even 30s, right? All right, popping up. Yeah, we can't move the way we used to move back in the day. So for me, this has become about the least viable steps. What's the least amount of protein I could get that I need to retain muscle, to retain enough muscle to have what they call the aesthetic look? What's the least amount of work I have to do? Because if you're like me, a lot of you are gonna have jobs. Some of you might have kids, you might have family, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You don't want this to take over your life. And I think, like I said before, a lot of us feel like in order to get into good shape, it has to take your life over, right? Hopefully, at the end of this, the next 20 weeks or by my birthday, you're gonna see that it doesn't need to take over your life. All right, we're gonna do hamstring stretch. Next leg, gonna be the right leg. Also, I hate being that guy, and I don't want to be cringy, but my goal is 50 subs. I want to get to 50, not to get famous, but to unlock live streaming on my phone, so I can live stream workouts from outside, especially in the summertime. I want to do some outdoor activities. The only way I can do that is if I get to 50. So help me get to 50, and I can do that. And if any of this is helping you, hit me up, leave a comment. I like hearing from you guys, I like interacting. I'm feeling that like that. If any of you have stories about body transformations, weight loss, or even just finding something sustainable that you can do, that you have been doing, that got you fit, let me know. All right. Wall squat. Okay, I'm gonna try to drop down a little bit lower to put more pressure on those legs to get more of a burn. And remember I said I was gonna burn at least 3,000. I estimate 3,200. Ooh. Oh, okay, wow, look at that. Almost to the full minute for this wall squat. We got like 5 seconds left, and then we're gonna come out of this. Ooh. Gonna feel that tomorrow. Just gonna lift my knees and move. Keep moving. My heart rate hasn't really gone up that high. I don't think it's crossed 130 this entire time. It's still in zone 2. It just hit 128. Probably because of the knees. Yep. Now we're in aerobic, and it's because of the knees. The second my knees went up, my heart rate went up too. All right, so we learned something. High knees is a great way to get you into the aerobic zone real quick. So we're in zone 3. We're gonna stay here for a few more seconds, and then we're gonna rest. We'll bring it down. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do a groin stretch. So what this looks like, I'm just gonna sit flat on the floor with my legs open, and I'm gonna lean forward as far as I can. You should feel that between your legs and the back of your legs as well, and your butt. Try not to go down too low. You don't want to hurt yourself. Just enough to start feeling that stretch. Oh, that feels really good. Okay. All right, this is our last set of squats. We're gonna do a light cool down and stretch at the end. And then that's gonna be it for day 8. Coming up on 30 seconds in the squat. If you want, you can drop it down a little bit more. Just a little bit, not too much. My leg's starting to shake, so you know I'm feeling it. 15 seconds left and we're good. Done for the day. I got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. All right. Check in the comments. How do you feel? Do you feel like you did a lot? Do you feel like you didn't do anything? Somewhere in between? All right, I'm just kind of sitting on my heels, bouncing. You're gonna feel that in your back too. You might. Definitely gonna feel this in your quads and in your butt. So I'm gonna move my laptop so that you can see this next stretch that I'm doing. I'm gonna lay on my back. I'm gonna bring my knee up, right? Like I'm crossing my legs. You should feel this in your right booty muscle. This is really, really good. You can even do this with one leg. The bottom leg stretched out like that. You can grab the bent leg with both arms and pull it to your chest. Maybe I should have put the laptop on the floor. Next time I'll do that, but you get the idea. Switch to the next leg. Right. My left leg is naturally tighter than my right, so can't really get that stretch as good, but as you continue to work on it, it's going to get a lot easier. I'm going to try the two-legged variation or the two-handed variation. Feels good. All right, so that's going to be it for today. Check in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Day 8 of the grand experiment done, in the books. Follow me as we try to see how much weight I can lose by my birthday, September 1st. See you back here tomorrow.